Hi friends, welcome back to my channel SciTech. In this video, I'm going to compare the Realme GT device versus Realme GT Neo 2 device. Which phone is the best option to buy right now? The main reason why I'm uploading this video is because there's a great deal is going on in the Flipkart website regarding the Realme smartphones. The Realme GT, this Snapdragon 888 processor you can actually get for about 32,000 rupees. 6,000 rupees discount is going on the Realme GT device. As you can see, I think this is the first time the Realme they are trying to keep this kind of huge discounts, because before I did see about 4,000 and maybe 5,000 I guess, but not 6,000. 6,000 for the first time, friends, definitely. And few of the users they want to know, should they buy the Realme GT or should they buy the Realme GT Neo 2? That's what they are actually confused which phone to buy. So in this video I'll try to explain you which phone to buy as well. And even on the Realme GT Neo 2 also there's a deal going on. 27,000 rupees you can actually get the Snapdragon 870 chipset. So 5,000 offer is going on this device and 6,000 offer on the Realme GT device. 27,000 and 32,000. Snapdragon 870, Snapdragon 888 processor. So let's get started, friends. In this video, what are the things you should know? So which phone is best in what kind of category? So in the price segment, performance, display, camera, battery charging, build quality, connectivity, software updates, all these aspects I'll try to discuss in this entire video, comparing between these both phones. So in the price point of view, obviously the Realme GT Neo 2 has got pretty good advantage, friends, in the price. That's I can totally agree with that. And next thing regarding the performance, I think the Snapdragon 888 processor, yes, it will have the really high scores regarding the benchmarks and everything, but the Snapdragon 888 processor in this Realme GT can actually increase high temperatures. Yes, friends, it can actually go up to 40 degrees Celsius as well. That's something you should know about this Realme GT, which I'm trying to use for the past few months. If you try to watch my videos, you'll definitely understand that temperatures are really very high in the Realme GT when you compare with the Realme GT Neo 2. Realme GT Neo 2 will also increase, but it's not that high as Realme GT. So this Snapdragon 888 processor can definitely go more than 40 degrees Celsius, but this will maintain below 40. So overall you can definitely decide, friends. And one more thing, the Battlegrounds mobile game 90 FPS has been updated already in the Realme GT. You can actually play with the 90 FPS, no issues. But in the Realme GT Neo 2, still there is no 90 FPS update has come for the Battlegrounds mobile game. That's something you should know about the Realme GT Neo 2. So if you ask me which processor is the really best one, definitely the Snapdragon 888 is best, but this Snapdragon 870 is more power efficient and not that much heating as well. So better go for the Snapdragon 870 chipset in my opinion, if you ask me. Next thing is about the display. Display wise, which phone is really good? Nothing much major difference, friends. Both phones they do have the same kind of 120 Hz display refresh rate. Not a huge change you're gonna see between these two devices. So both are exactly AMOLED panels as well, and no problems regarding the green tint. There's nothing problems about those kind of issues in this both device. So display wise, both are pretty similar. So regarding the camera wise, what are the changes between these both phones? Even the camera wise also, friends, most of the I think Realme phones they do have similar kind of camera setup. But the Realme GT will give you the slightly better quality because of the Sony sensor which is present in this device. Little bit better, not a huge difference you're going to notice with the Sony sensor, but slight advantage will be there when compared with the Realme GT Neo 2 device regarding the camera. So which in my experience, I didn't see any much huge difference, friends. Trust me, in my experience, yes, not much difference between these both phones regarding the camera. So this is one thing the Realme need to improve a lot when it comes to the camera in terms of the Realme smartphones. Next thing regarding the battery backup and the charging, definitely the battery backup, the Realme GT Neo 2, 5000 mAh of battery capacity, which is really very solid in this device. 5000, nothing much major problems. I was able to get up to 8 hours screen on time, 7.5 hours screen on time. And the Realme GT, so you can get the screen on time up to 6 to 6.5 hours screen on time in this device, which has got 4500 mAh of battery capacity in the Realme GT device. As you can see, 4500. So battery backup, Realme GT Neo 2, and the charging speed, both phones they do have the 65 watt super dot charger, and this Realme GT takes about 30 minutes of time, and this Realme GT Neo 2 takes about 35 minutes of time, slightly 5 to 6 minutes more. Nothing much major difference between these both phones apart from that slightly difference, nothing much. So regarding the build quality, which is the really best build quality wise, the Realme GT Neo 2 didn't have any kind of 3.5mm jack. That's the kind of slight disadvantage in the Realme GT Neo 2. So there is no 3.5mm jack, but in the Realme GT device there is a 3.5mm jack. That's slight advantage in the Realme GT device. So dual speaker setup both phones and haptic feedback also fantastic. So nothing much major problems regarding the both phones in terms of the overall build quality wise, except 3.5mm jack is present in the Realme GT device. Connectivity wise also more 5G bands, obviously dual SIM and Wi-Fi 6 is supported. No issues with the connectivity. Software updates pretty good. Both phones did receive the Realme UI's official stable update. The Realme GT did receive, and Realme GT Neo 2 still it's in trial version, not the official one. Still the trial version is going on in the Realme GT Neo 2 device. So final conclusion is that in case if you want to have 3.5mm jack and if you want to have that kind of higher Snapdragon 888 processor, then go for the Realme GT device. Otherwise, go for the Snapdragon 870. If you buy the Realme GT Neo 2, the advantage are less price, so you will be saving some money, and Snapdragon 870 is more good and not that much high temperatures in the Snapdragon 870. That's also pretty good. More battery backup and big screen you are getting because this 6.6 inches versus this 6.43 inches. So big screen display and you are getting better battery backup and less price. So these are the few comparisons, friends, which I thought of comparing between these both phones. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching, and in case if you're having other questions, let me know in the comment section below. And finally, let's talk about individual points. So price, Realme GT Neo 2, performance, Realme GT, but less temperatures in the Snapdragon 870, and display wise, if you want big screen, go for the Realme GT Neo 2. If you want small screen, go for the Realme GT device. Camera wise, both are pretty good, but Realme GT, because of Sony sensor, slight advantage will be there in the Realme GT device. Battery backup, GT Neo 2. Charging speed, GT, because less battery capacity, and 5 minutes difference is there, nothing much huge difference. And build quality wise, 3.5mm jack in the Realme GT, that's pretty good. And connectivity wise, both are pretty same. Software updates wise also, both are pretty same. This is the final conclusion, friends, and comparison between these both phones, and do let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on this one. And meanwhile, signing off, friends, thank you for watching. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. Until then, bye.